Hello guys, my name is Abraham and today also known as Radioboss. So today we're going to quickly look at Adobe Audition editing software, Adobe Audition audio editing software. We're going to look at what the software is all about. We're going to also look at the interface and the workspace. So before we dive into the tutorial for today, I want to thank our sponsor for this video, for this tutorial, Radioboss Digital Studio. Thanks a lot for bringing this tutorial to us. And so without wasting much of our time, let's jump straight into the tutorial. So this is my software. As you can see, this is an empty workspace, or right now I'm in the classic mode, so let me just change it to the default mode. Windows workspace and default. Yes. So this is my default workspace. If you are installing this software for the very first time in your PC, in your computer, or on your MacBook Pro, this is how your interface, your workspace is going to be like for the first time if you are just installing this software on your system. So this is Adobe Audition. You can see it at the top right, Adobe Audition. You can see it under it. You have the file, edit, multi-track, clip, effect, favorite, and so much more. You can see, as you can see, this is our editor here. This is our workspace. As you can see, this here, you can see I have some files here. I have an empty file, so this is what I'm going to be using for this tutorial. So this place, this particular box here, any file you import into the software is going to be stored into this particular place, in this particular box, temporarily. It's going to hold your file temporarily. As you can see, these are the files that I've imported. If I go to file, import file, and I just, let me say, process jingle. Okay, I already have it. Let's look for another file. Import file. Okay, let's see. Let's look at audio. Load. You can see it's loading. So once I click on it, you can see it's already processed file. I've already worked on this file. So any file I bring into this software, any file I import into this software, this is where it's going to stay temporarily until I'm done working with it. If I now want to delete it, fine. I want to keep it there, but it only holds your file temporarily. Once I close the software, you won't see this file again, except I bring it in again. So this is what this box is for. This is for your file box. So now your workspace, let's go back to the empty workspace. As you can see, this is a waveform workspace. This is the editor. As you can see, this is the editor where you work. It's just like a workspace, like a work area where you cut your audio, you join your audio, you cut, you join. If you want to add anything to any audio, you want to cut, you want to join, this is where it takes place. This is where you do everything. For instance, I click on this audio now. You can see this is the audio file. See, if I want to cut this place, it's more proactive. I want to cut it out, I just highlight it, Ctrl X is gone. Ctrl Z to bring it back. I just right click on my mouse and cut it. See, I have that particular place there again. So let me bring it back. So this is your editing workspace. This is the main workspace. Any file you import into your software, it stays here temporarily. Then you don't work on any file. You bring it here. If I click on process, you see it has changed. Audio, it has changed. Free, whatever is there, it has changed. So these are the files that I want to temporarily work on. And you can, once I'm done working on it, I save it and I delete it temporarily out of here. It's saved into my computer, and that's all. And I look for another file to work on. Down here you have your effects. Track. So if I click on this preset, you see, Adobe Audition already have some installed preset that comes with the software. Some installed audio software effects preset that comes with the software. As you can see, you have a lot here. You can see scroll down. You see on the phone, podcast voice, radio announcer voice. You can choose anyone you want, anyone that suits what you are doing. Just choose. You choose. Let's assume, okay, let's choose radio announcer voice. You can see all the effect that is under it: multi-band, compressor, parametric, equalizer, add limiter. See, once I click on this one, I can edit it. parametric equalizer. I can edit or remove. Edit, that's custom. I can choose any one. Come here and adjust and adjust. Just a brief course, basics, and adjust. That's it. Add limiter. I can come here, edit, come here, edit. I want to limit it to 1 dB, limit 3 dB, medium. Anyone that you feel is comfortable for whatever you are working on, it's fine. So let's take it back to the default mode. Let's take it back to the default mode, and so that is what this effect track is all about. Marker. This is a marker. If I mark any place, let's assume that I want to mark this place down so that I can always come back to it anytime. I just press M on the keyboard. You can see M. So to give me the details here, I marked 2.20904. You can see 2.20490, 2.20. That is 2 minutes 20 seconds 904 seconds that I have marked. So I don't need to start. You can see my marker is already there. So even if I leave this place, I don't need to start. I don't need to come back and start. I don't need to start looking for it. I can just identify it to this marker. To this marker, I'll just come back here and do whatever I want to do with it. So that is the basic thing. That is the basic function of this marker. You can still mark another place. You can see the more you mark, the more. See? Can you see it? Marker. Let's undo it back. So that is the marker. Your properties. Yes, this one will give you the full details, information of your file, your audio files, the information your file contains. You can see the duration of the file, 13 minutes 25 seconds, blah blah blah. Sample rate is 44,100 at channel stereo. Bit depth 32 bits. Format MP3 5 part. To store the 5 parts, you can see it. Background music stored in my E drive. That is just the basic thing. I can go to media browser. This is my media browser. I can go here, my broadcasts. This is my hard drive in case I want to get any file from here. So there are so many ways you can import. Now you come to this place, look for the file you want to import and bring it in, and that is that about this. So let's move on. So we've talked about this. This is where you store your file temporarily. This is your effect track where you have some presets already installed that comes with the software free of charge. I repeat, free of charge, absolutely free of charge. And these effects are very nice. You can just click on anyone just to check it out. Just click on anyone, just play around it, and just to know how it sounds. You understand? So let's move. We'll talk about our editor. So this is our editor where you cut, you join, you add, you slice, you select, you do anything you want to do. This is where the editing is being done. This is where the editing is being done. As it editor, then the name of the file, free non-copyright background music. So what next? So this is your level, your meter. Can you see it? It's reading. So this level help you to monitor the audio, the volume that is coming out. It help you to monitor the audio that is coming out from your. It help you to monitor the audio that is coming out from your from your production. You can see it red. This green is already picking. It's picking. Can you see it? If it gets red, it's picking. That means it's loud. The loudness is getting much. Do you understand? So this yellow is still okay. Then this green is the best you can get. Then yellow. So, but because it's the already processed file, I'm not the owner of the file. I'm not the owner of the audio. You can leave it. You don't need to edit it, unless if it's the audio that I personally am working on. Can you see? It? I have reduced the volume so that you can hear me. Can you see it? Can you see how it's going up and down? So below here you have your time. You have your timer. 6 minutes. This is counting for you. 6 minutes 33. I'm just where I am currently. 6 minutes 33, 42, and you can see 32. Can see? So as I'm counting, it's going. If I move my play head, can you see it? So below your editor, you have your play button, you have your stop button, you have your pause button. Move player to previous. If I play it, it will go one step back. It will go one step back where I have stopped before. It will go back to that place. To go back, can you see it? Look at my play head. Look at, if I press it, it goes back, it goes back, it goes back, it goes back, until finally the source where I started from. So you have your rewind, fast forward. Can you see my player is moving, boom, bah. Can see? Move player to next. This one, move player to previous. This one, move player to next. If I'm here, this has been my player design. I click on next, move player to next. Can you see it? Can you see it? It's moving one step, where I have previously stopped. So this is my record button. And so let us look for an empty workspace. This is an empty workspace. If I click on my record button, it's going to, oh okay, I need to set my audio hardware first. So once I click on my record button, you can see hello, it's recording my voice. Everything I'm saying is recorded and speaking. Hello, this is Eba Mayotunde from Radio. Hello, my name is Eba Mayotunde, all the way from Lagos State, Nigeria. You can also call me Radioboss. So this next one here is loop. So once my loop is active and I light, if it plays to the end, it will automatically goes back to the beginning. If it plays to the end, it automatically goes back to the beginning. Or if I light and I play it, if it gets to the end of this selected part, it will go back to where it will go back to the beginning of the selected parts again. Can you see it? But if I unloop it, it will stop now. But if I deselect it, can you see it? If it gets to the ending, it won't go back to the beginning because I did not loop it. Do you understand? So it's a very, very simple editing software that is very, very easy to understand. There's nothing much difficult in it. It's just constant usage, constant practice. You're going to perfect it. Constant practice. So I can change my default. Okay, before we get there. Okay, this is my zoom. You can see. This is my zoom. I want to expand. I want to increase the height of my waveform. And this is not increasing the volume. Just only increasing the height so that you want to see it clearly. Come here to reduce it down. This one to expand. I want to expand. I want to reduce it. I see it from here. I can expand. Reduce. So this is the major one that you are going to make it up. So instead of you coming down here, taking your mouse all the way from wherever it is, meaning like you can just scroll up, scroll your mouse, scroll up to increase, scroll back to reduce, scroll up to increase, scroll back to reduce. So it makes your work easier and much faster. Or you can also come here, also come up here. You can see it. This is expanding my waveform, expanding my editor. I take it like this, then bring this back to normal. Increase, reduce, increase, reduce. So I can decide to change my editing workspace. If I come to window workspace, let's use classic. Can you see it? I love working on this classic because if I'm working on so many audio files, so that I can always see my files there. I don't have to start scrolling down. Then workspace, I need to edit audio to video. I see that change again. So anyone that suits you, anyone that you feel comfortable with, can you see it? Essential sound, classic, can you see it? Anyone you feel comfortable with working, restoration, can you see it? Yes, what I recorded. So anyone that you are comfortable with. So let's go back to our default workspace for the sake of this class. So you can also come here. It's still the same thing. You want to change it to edit production. You see your workspace. Click here. You set to save layout. You set to save layout. If maybe peradventure you are working and you just suddenly notice that your workspace everything just scatter. You are just thinking, what happened? You see this one is there and you just kind of confused. Don't need to stress yourself. Just click on this three dots. Set to save layout. It will take you back to the original default save layout. I don't know why it's not going back. Let's try it from here. Workspace. Set to save layout. I don't know why it is not going back. Okay, you can always come back here. Default. Let's click on default here. Okay, that's come back. But normally it's supposed to come back from here. That's it. If that does not work, you can just come here, click on default to take you back to your original save layout. So the same thing is still here. It's still here. Restoration, classic, loudness, mastering, analysis. You want to change your save layout. So this is your meter. You want to increase your volume. You want to do. I'm using it. Can you see? I see. Increase. So down here you have your start, your end, your duration. You want to know the duration of what I'm working on. If I select everything, look at the duration down here, 20 minutes. Can you see? No, this 20 seconds. Sorry, I have 20 seconds here. 20 seconds. Look at my playhead. Let's see, my playhead is at 7 seconds. My playhead is at the start, beginning 0, 0, 0, 0. If I move my playhead, can you see? I'm at 2 seconds. I'm at 3 seconds, 7 seconds. Can you see? So my view, the whole of my view, 20, 22, 20 minutes. Let's understand that view very well. If I highlight here, can you see? The whole of my view, I'm from 9 seconds down to 9 seconds down to 16. 9 to 16, I'm 9 seconds to 16 seconds. Just the part that I selected. 9 seconds to 16 seconds. Do you understand? As time goes on, I'm going to understand it better. So this is just an introduction class to our Adobe Audition workspace. So in our next class, I'm going to go more deeper into Adobe Audition editing software. Thank you.